y'all. Welcome to SoulsReaper Healing. This reading is for Gemini. Gemini, thank you so much for supporting my channel. This is your all's bonus reading. You guys have had the highest views. Air signs have so far. Gemini and Libra and then Aquarius. But Geminis, y'all have a lot of 3's and 9's in your reading. So you're possibly seeing a lot of 3's and 9's. If you know anything about tarot, 3's, you have your good and your bad. You know, you have your 3 of Swords, which is your broken heart. But swords are mental. So it's in your mind. You have the 3 of Cups, which is the opposite energy of that, which is celebration energy. 3 of Pentacles is collaboration. 3 of Wands is waiting on your ships to come in. So 3's, you know, there's a balance, you know. So I feel like you guys have a little bit of the balance, the opposite energy going on. The reading I just did was talking about us balancing the remix. We're in a remix energy right now to where we're working with, we're in our magician energy. We're working with the lessons that we've learned, and we're applying those to what we're stepping into. You know, we're all in an entrepreneur type energy, a masculine type energy, and we're also incorporating our feminine energy. But you guys have lots of 3's and lots of 9's. Y'all could be seeing those. You could be seeing those numbers on license plates, on your clock, random signs. You know, it can even be a gas sign at a gas station, you know. 3's and 9's. And it's funny too, because your Gemini card in this deck, in this Barbary Zodiac Oracle, it's showing that you guys is a 3. Showing Gemini as a 3. Now that's in this deck. But yeah, lots of 3's and 9's. Your first card out from the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle is a 38, which that equals an 11. It's Remembrance. Frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Like I said, the magician energy, balancing out the lessons that you have learned so far on this journey, and creating your intentions to move forward. Because we're getting ready to step into Aries on the 1st. Some of you guys may already be feeling this energy. But you're going towards your destiny. You're going towards what you're passionate about, what you love, what you want to create in this life. The next card from the Black Moon Astrology Oracle is a 48, which is a 12, which equals, broken down, equals a 3, which is Yod, destiny. A Yod is a point in your birth chart. I don't know a whole lot about it. I have done some studying on birth charts and things like that, but I'm not super versed on the Yod, exactly what it represents, but I will read this card later. But it says destiny. So you're at a point right now where you're moving toward your destiny. You're moving toward what you're passionate about. The next card that you guys got was Fox Spirit, Think on Your Feet. This is from Spirit Animal Oracle deck. 72, which equals a 9. So things are changing, you're moving, you're thinking as you go. You might have a little bit of scattered energy. You're trying to balance that out though. Next card out, Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. That is a 10, which breaks down to a 1. We're getting ready to step into that 1 energy, which is Aries. The Fool card, Leap of Faith. Having faith in what you do. Your 3 cards out for what you're working on. What you're working on releasing, or maybe you're aware or unaware of this. This could be, you know, whether you're consciously aware or it's subconscious and you're not really aware. But your first card out was Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Next card, Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Sorry, I know these are glare, guys. These cards are really shiny. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. The bottom of the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle is Cosmic Flower, which is also a 9. Frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. I don't know why I can't say that word. That equals a 9. Bottom of this deck, Spirit Animal Oracle, is a 33. More 3s, more 9s, or Spirit. Freedom is yours. Bottom of Black Moon Astrology, 6th house routine, which is a 3. And bottom of the Soul's Journey is Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So this card talks about fear, and you already have fear over here on the board. So what I get is a lot of us are in this remix energy. Like I said, if you watched the other video that I'm going to be posting before your guys' video, it was just a little quick video. Oh, Gemini, are you tired? I had a dream, and I saw an old school cassette tape, and I heard remix, and I couldn't figure out what it was, so I did a reading on it, and that video will be posted. But we're all in this energy right now. Remix. It's magician energy. We're remixing all the lessons that we've learned up to this point on our journey. We're taking the things that we've learned and we're balancing them out. Some of us are feeling a little sporadic with this, a little, a little. It's about balance, and that's kind of where we're at right now. Before we step into this Aries energy, because we are setting our intentions. But I feel like what they're trying to tell the Gemini collective right now is, that doubt and fear, these two are old programs. They're old beliefs, old patterns of behavior. Things that you've learned from whoever you grew up around. But they're telling you the abundant universe will provide, and you are very capable of thinking on your feet. So they're wanting you to release this fear and this doubt, because in turn that's going to create success in your life. You know, and a lot of these doubt and fear, there's a lot of fear in the universe right now, just because of all the things that are being created on the news, social media, music. Everywhere you go, it's like you hear something about whatever's going on, and it's creating fear in a lot of people that are unaware, that are asleep, that are not aware of who they are. So in turn, this energy of fear is around. And I think that's another thing too that they're wanting you guys to be aware of, which most of you guys, if you're watching tarot or, you know, any of these guidance channels, excuse me guys, I had to get a drink. Any of these channels that are helping with your ascension, you guys understand. You feel this energy. You know when it's around. But all of us have gotten to this point, because I have Gemini in my chart as well. We all have it in our chart somewhere. It's just where it is whether or not you'll resonate with a Gemini reading or whether you resonate with a different reading because of your placement in your own specific chart. Just like your fingerprints, we're all individuals, yes, but as a collective, we're all connected. You know, we're connected energy. But your specific birth chart will help you figure out certain things in your chart, like what your life path number is, and what you're here to learn, what your Chiron, what is your wounded healer, what is it that you're here to learn. But this is this fear and this doubt. These are old programs, and Gemini, you're an air sign, so I'm sure you're up in your head a lot, but I think you're learning at this point to balance this out. You're learning to balance your mental energy. You're balancing with that routine card. You're embracing freedom. You're letting go of this. You're letting go of this fear and this doubt, because you know that it's old programming. It's old beliefs and things that you know that do not create success in your life. And you're in your subconscious, you're working towards success. You're doing what you love to do. You're being creative. You know that you want to embrace freedom. You want to be free. And that's kind of, that reading that I just did, the remix energy. We're all in this energy right now. Air, fire, earth, water. But Gemini, this is what they're asking you specifically. Are you holding on to any fear or doubt? And sometimes, guys, and a lot of us have been working on, old programs, old beliefs, things that do not resonate with us. We have been reprogramming those things, but they're asking you to just take a look. Is there anything that you're fearful of? Is there anything that you have doubt about within yourself? because this journey is about yourself, healing yourself to get back to the place of who you truly are. Healing that inner child, embracing that inner child, letting go of whatever fear programs, whatever doubt programs that have been created, because those are not your own patterns. They're someone else's, not yours. You're creating your own, and that's the energy we're in right now. Is we're recreating. The remix energy was 4, the energy of 4, which is foundations, solid foundations, creating solid foundations. In order for us to create a solid foundation, we have to release these old programs and beliefs. So these are the two that the Gemini collectives are working on at this time. Weeding out that last little bit before we step into this Aries energy. So I'm going to read this 83 Remembrance and see if it has any insight besides what it's already given us. It's an 11 card, which is a 38, but it equals an 11. Remembrance. It is becoming more common for us to have access to memories of lives lived, experiences gone through, roads traveled, and journeys taken. Our memories are rapidly expanding beyond our current lifetime alone. Now that we are vibrating at a higher frequency, we are able to access deeper the parts of the grids, referred to as the Akasha, that hold our collective and personal memories of all lifetimes lived. The Akasha of the human being holds everything that the human being has experienced on this earth plane. However, this remembrance is not a linear function of the brain. Instead, it is an elusive and multidimensional aspect of the new human being. A human being that harmonizes the synaptical brain with the wisdom and intuitive thought of the heart and soul. There is an unmistakable sense of ancient cultures and times in the remembrance image, perhaps Native American or Mayan, and we can see the reference to future civilizations and off-planet connections as well. This is this is an indication that time is no longer a linear absolute, but a vertical, moment-to-moment experience that includes input from many different times, layers, and dimensions. And basically it just talks about the different colors and what they represent. So it says, go inside and contemplate the idea that you have been around for a very long time and always will be. Are you aware of all the times and places you have been before? Do you have a notion of where you are going? So, remembering, utilizing the lessons learned, we talked about earlier. Let's see what this Black Moon, this Yod Destiny card says. It'll also tell me which card it represents in the tarot. 8. Let's see what card it represents in the tarot. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Oh, corresponding tarot. Ace of Swords reversed is what this card represents. Person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. The ancients believed that the Yod was an area of fate in the chart, and not a particularly favorable one, also called the Eye of God or the Finger of God. The Yod is a peculiar astrological configuration in a chart. It is a triangle formed by 2 planets 60 degrees apart, while both are at 150 degrees from a third planet. This creates a thin, pre-shaped aspect. The Yod configuration is linked to the Hebrew alphabet. Yod, for Yud, is the 10th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which has mystical implications signifying the omnipresence of God, and often denoting humility because the energy is locked in that triangular configuration. causing matters to be fated and often difficult, but not without their rewards. Yod configuration is influential and implies that there is a disruptive force at work. In a sense, this astrological placement of planets is somewhat in exile from the other planetary energies because they are not harmonious with each other and therefore cause tension. This can bring about feelings of intense stress and restriction. There can also be a sense of being different, feeling alone, and of being out of step with others at times. A Yod in a natal chart can even indicate being the black sheep of the family. I resonate with that. When the Yod card presents itself in a reading, it means that the situation may be chaotic or may soon turn that way. It will be hard to see any clear path because of this chaos, but it will be important to weather through it all. This is not always bad because it is a process of finding what works and what isn't functioning. And now will be the time to be scaling things down and weeding out what is unnecessary. But more than that, this card is about finding your own truth, even though the truth may not be reflected through others. You may wish for more support when this card comes up and will have to manage this all on your own. Another development may turn up, and that is, you will prefer to work it out on your own without any interference from others. This card can denote a time to voyage inward and come to your own truth. There really isn't anyone who will have the tools to figure this out more so than you at this time. So now may be the very best time to take advice from others. May not be. Your inner knowing has it already. You just have to take the time to process the information to come to your own answers. At times when the Yod card turns up, there will be a health issue that needs to be dealt with and solved before moving forward. It can be indicative of autoimmune disease, celiac, fibromyalgia, everyday allergies, and other ailments. Although these diseases will not be life-threatening, they could still be a crucible of sorts with a need for drastic changes to be made for relief or for symptoms to subside. More positively, this card means that circumstances are good for achieving your goal, but be prepared for sacrifices on your part, and not just one, but several. It will not be an easy path, but it is a time to expand your focus. You have a desire for greater awareness, which will come through dedication, but patience and adaptability are necessary in making the situation work to fulfill your greater purpose, the one you were born for. So, changes, in the remix energy I did, the first two cards, one equaled a 5, and the other one was an opposite energy. The first card was we're all mad here. It was a 5, energy of a 5. And the other card was opposite of that. It was ebb and flow. So I just feel like you guys are balancing. And with that representing the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's usually when the Ace of Swords is upright, that's receiving truth about something. It can be a download, within your own mind, a truth about yourself, a truth about something outside of yourself. But when it's in reverse, it's either you not being honest with yourself or someone not being honest with you, is what the Ace of Swords in reverse is. But I just feel like all of us are in this remix energy. We're mixing things up. We're like that Yod card did say about getting rid of old things. What is important to you and what is not. What are your beliefs and what are not your beliefs. But in your subconscious, you're working towards success. Knowing that, the abundant universe will provide. You're thinking on your feet. You're working towards freedom, with these 3's and 9's. If you are seeing a lot of those, then this reading probably will resonate with you. If it doesn't, check your other placements. We are all signs, it's just we have them in different spots. So, The title may resonate. I don't even know what the title is yet because I haven't done it yet. But yeah, this is the message I have for you guys today. I hope this helps, Gemini. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys soon.